Hello, welcome to Ben's Miniatures. Today I'm going to be doing a painting guide for how I paint Thunder Warriors. Now, as you can see here, these are two that I've previously done. The one on the right here being a 1990 metal sculpt from GW, and this one is a 3D print. A good 3D print from a mate of mine, Tom Boyd, who is Oldhammer 30k on Instagram. So if you're looking for some yourself, you can get in touch with him and he'll sort you out. So today I'm just going to be doing just a brief guide on how I paint my Thunder Warriors. No, this isn't because I really think I'm all that good at painting, but it's mainly just for people that might be on a similar level to myself. I find this is quite a quick and easy scheme to follow. So with that said, we'll just get started. Right, so the first colour we're going to do is, for the majority of the armour, is a base coat of Retributor armour, gold colour from Citadel range. Right, so to start with here, we'll just start applying this gold colour. Right, so still painted armour. This is kind of what we've just done so far. His right hand, I'm going to just leave it as like a glove, so I'll probably paint that like a brown leather. So we'll keep doing the leg plate. Right, be back once I'm finished. Right, so as you can see, all the armour with gold is now gold. Right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to give it quite a heavy wash of Agrax Earthshade. Right, so just start applying this. So we'll just start applying Agrax Earthshade all over the bits of armour with painted gold. Right, so I'll come back once we're done. Right, so here he is now, covered in his Agrax Earthshade. And now we're just going to wait for him to dry. Right, so the next step is we're going to take our Retributor armour and we're going to paint these bits here. Right, so that's painted up now. So it's slightly brighter, so they'll kind of contrast against the darker armour. Next we're going to use Army Painter's gunmetal. Now first we're going to start by doing all the studs and all the parts of the armour, the front and the back, and on the legs. So we just keep going around, dotting these up. So I'll come back once I've finished them. Right, so now that's all the studs on them done. And these legs and his helm, and shoulder pads. So next we're going to use the same Army Painter gunmetal, but we're going to start painting all this kind of like chainmailed armour on the back of his legs. Right, so I've painted his chainmail armour on the back and on the front. I've painted the bottom of his boots, gun metal as well. These little buckles for the straps for his boots and for his armour. And I'm also going to paint the bolter same colour as well, using the gunmetal. So it's just going to get pretty much a coat all over with this gunmetal. So now that's done and all the metal's dried, we're just going to give all the gunmetal a good coat of Null Nile. So we're not going to be stingy with this, we're going to give it quite a heavy coat. Right, so that's a Null Nile all applied. We're just going to let it dry. I'm just going to seep up a few extra bits with the brush, wipe it off. Right, so we'll just let it dry. Right, so whilst that's drying, for his glove here, we're going to paint that Mornfarm brown, same as we're going to do the boots that brown and these straps. We'll maybe do like a couple of pouches in the front, the same Mornfarm brown. Another couple of pouches, might do Scrag brown, just to change it up a little bit. So I'll go down it, do that now, and I'll show you what it looks like when I come back. Right, so that's all the brown leather done. I used the brown for the handle of the gun as well. So on his glove there, is on the back, the pouches on that side. Right, so now I'm going to take the Scrag brown, do these pouches here. Right, that shows other couple of pouches done, just a slightly different colour of brown. So it looks a bit different. So next I'm going to take this Evil Sunz Scarlet, and I'm going to do top of his helmet here, and like scabbard for his sword. Right, so that's a red painted on. And what we're going to do next is we're going to give the bits of painted red, we're going to give them a coat of Null Oil as well. Right, now we're going to give his face 2 thin coats of this, of thin down coats of this Raging Rouge. Right, so now the Null Oil's dried on red parts, we're just going to highlight it with the same Evil Sunz Scarlet. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my Scrag Brown and I'm going to highlight the darker leather with it. Right, so now I've highlighted up the leather. Hope the camera can pick it up. Oh, I just noticed I've missed a bit. Forgot to do these top straps. Just be back in 1 second. Right, so now they're done. So his face has got 2 coats of that Raging Rouge. So now I'm going to use a wash of Contrast from Citadel Guilliman Flesh over it. So I'll just go do that and show you the result in 1 second. Right, so now his face has had a wash of Guilliman Flesh. I'll let it dry, and then the sides of his helmet I'll touch up the gold where I've gotten pink colour on it. Right, back in 1 second. Right, next I'm going to use Dark Angel's green contrast paint on the handle of his sword and on this like little power cable here. So next I'm going to use rough iron on the pommel of the sword and the hilt of this one. That's some army painter as well. Right, so now that that's done, we're going to use Calidor Sky and Hoeth Blue for his visor, and we're also going to use it on his power sword. So that's the Calidor Sky painted on. So next we're going to do like highlights and stuff with the Hoeth Blue. And so it's a Hoeth Blue kind of done on the edge and done on the visor. Now I'm going to take Oathern Grey and add that to a little bit of the Hoeth Blue and highlight it even further. Right, so here it is after this latest round of highlights. Power sword. So next we're just going to paint his pommel the same Oathern Grey, just plain Oathern Grey, and then we're going to use Pallid Bone speed paint on it to make. So that's the little pommel skull done. Now I'm just going to do these studs on the glove. I'll just do them same gunmetal silver, and I'll maybe edge highlight up the gun and a little kind of bolts in them. I'll maybe do them the Retributor Armor Gold to kind of contrast the silver on gold here and gold on silver on a gun. Right, well that's pretty much done. So we're going to do the backpacks this time, and we're just going to coat it all over with our Retributor armour again. So that's the backpack painted with the gold colour. So you can probably guess what we're going to do next. We're going to take our Ugrax Earthshade and we're going to give it a liberal wash. Right, so that's the Ugrax Earthshade put on the backpack. Now we're going to use Army Painter Gunmetal again. Do those little dots and any kind of raised line. We're just going to highlight. Right, so that's the backpack pretty much painted up. We're just going to clip it out, and then the bits where we clip, I'm just going to coat up with a little bit of Retributor armour. Right, so that's a backpack on now. So all we've got left to do now is a base. So for like top of the base, I'm going to use this technical Armageddon Dunes. Like a sand effect look, and around the rim of the base, I'm just going to use this Nostalgia Colours Goblin Green. Right, so we'll be back in a second. Right, so that's the Armageddon Dunes on the base. So we'll just wait for that to dry, and then we'll paint the rim of the base with Goblin Green. Right, so now it's pretty much dry on the base. We're just going to take our Goblin Green and we're just going to paint the rim. Right, so that's a base painted up, and we'll just wait for it to dry and then I'll show you my next step. Right, so that's the base pretty much done. So what I like to do is just add a couple of these little tufts of grass just to finish it off. You can kind of see I've done it here, these ones. Anyway, that's my little guide for painting a Thunder Warrior. If you found this helpful at all, or if you enjoyed this little video, I'd really appreciate it if you liked, subscribed, or even possibly left a comment. Right, well, thanks very much for watching, and happy painting.